company has now implanted 2 workers with microchips to monitor their movements, causing some to charge invasion of privacy. The company says it's merely a layer of security beyond key cards and clearance codes. I don't get one of those soon. Well, joining me now is Lance Ulanoff, editor-in-chief of PC Magazine. Lance, this sounds like some freaky science fiction book. Tell us what this is about. These 2 workers have microchips?
Right. Well, this is very, very real, and these microchips are about the size of a grain of rice. They get injected into your skin. They have a computer chip, a transceiver, and basically they can talk to an electromagnetic reading device, and this can allow you to open doors, access databases, and these devices, RFID is what this is called, is really starting to permeate our lives.
Haven't these been used in dogs?
Yes, they've been used in dogs, and only a handful of humans. I think people are a lot more comfortable tracking the dogs who tend to run away. Humans, it's a little bit different. People, they know, and they feel like maybe their privacy is being invaded. Yeah,
well, and obviously these 2 employees agreed to get these microchips implanted. So what are any side effects? Can you have it taken out anytime?
Well, one, there are no apparent side effects because this is a medical-grade capsule, but apparently it's not too easy to remove. And once it's in there, I'm sure, it scars over or whatever. And you also, just by the way, it's not like you could walk through the middle of the street and somebody could detect you. These tend to be what's called near-field communication, so you have to be relatively close to the reader for it to have any sort of action. That's why it's useful in a workplace when you want to, say, access a database or a certain room. You're brushing your arm across the reader.
So this is very localized, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So if somebody doesn't want their employer to know what they're up to in their off hours or where they're going,
that's right,
the employer really can't.
Right. Also because those other places won't have readers. There, by the way, is no GPS within this, so it's not like they can find you. But I'm not saying that in the future you won't have a chip or something you're wearing that will do all of those things, including global positioning.
So I'm assuming that these 2 employees do this because they don't have to carry their card keys around.
Right. Absolutely. I don't know how many times I've left my home and forgotten my own card, and I wish I had some way of waving my palm over it. I even know of somebody who did this on his own, who actually went ahead and talked to a company and had them put the chip in his palm so he could brush it over his computer and access it.
I can't see ever really wanting to get to that point. What about invasion of privacy, though? You said this isn't a GPS, but that we're going in that direction with these little microchips.
Right. Well, you have to balance the benefits with the other issues. I mean, obviously, this is going to make paying easier. When you have a credit card, you have those sort of near-field chips on them. You brush it across and you've paid. So imagine no card. You just pay with your hands. Imagine that you're lost and someone can find you, or you can't speak and you're in the hospital and the doctor waves a reader over your palm or your arm and knows your entire medical history. So great if you really need it, but obviously the flip side is that now someone could brush something over you and know your entire medical history, which may not be something you want.
Yeah, there's a real creepy factor here. I got to tell you, I can't imagine that the government isn't already using this with employees in highly sensitive areas where there's a lot of intel.
Right. I mean, obviously, this is a way, once it's in, hard to get out, very important information that people don't. One, you can stop people from accessing what you don't want them to do. 2, you can have a record of what they've done. So now you can build a database of activity within an office, within a government facility, and that's obviously going to be critical for learning if something has leaked.
Okay, Lance Ulanoff, thanks so much.
Pleasure.
Interesting.
And if you're late for work, we can find.
Yeah.
All right, there is breaking news in Atlanta. We have new information from police. Our Fox Bureau in Atlanta telling us now that